USS X-Tempest mission report. We are on our way to the Jenolan Dyson Sphere for a top-secret meeting at Delta Command. I'm not sure what's happening, but word on the street is that we're finally planning a large-scale offensive against the Vaadwaur. Hopefully we can bring an end to this madness, and put a stop to the Vaadwaur's reign of terror once and for all.
The only good Vaadwaur is a dead Vaadwaur. 7 of 9 should have left them in stasis.
Let's not forget that most of the Vaadwaur leadership has been infected with those bluegill parasites. Some of the Vaadwaur aren't that bad. Indeed. On Cartella Prime, Gavrin and Commander Eldix had what humans call a bromance. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was gonna kill me if that parasite hadn't jumped out of his dead friend's mouth at that moment. But sure, Eldix was alright. Yeah, well, the last time we saw Commander Eldix, he blew up a ship full of our allies in the Benthan Guard. That's not alright.
I'm so sick of war.
Oh, here we go.
First the Dominion War.
Ah, not this again. Give it a rest, Willie. How much longer until we reach Delta Command? Good question. Tamat, are we there yet?
Not yet, Captain. ETA 2 minutes.
Are we there now?
No.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there now?
We can turn the starship around.
It's been 32 years since Voyager finished its journey.
We thought we had left the Delta Quadrant behind us.
We were wrong.
The gateways to the quadrant are open.
And the choices we made have long-lasting effects. Now, we will help the friends we left behind.
And fight the rising darkness.
Voyager's first trip through the Delta Quadrant was a solitary one.
We must return to set things right. This time, we must unite to survive.
We're approaching the Jenolan Dyson Sphere now.
Hail Dyson Traffic Control. This is Captain Russell Nash of the USS X-Tempest requesting permission to enter the sphere.
You are cleared to enter and proceed to the beam-down coordinates.
Incoming message from Admiral Janeway. On screen.
We're about to plan an attack on the Vaadwaur homeworld. We need a battle commander, and I believe you're the best candidate for the job. Meet with Admiral Tuvok and myself at the Jenolan Dyson Sphere to go over strategy.
Begin final approach. Get ready to thread the needle. I always get so disoriented every time we have to come in here. There are more than 40 starships gathered here, including representatives from almost every faction in the quadrant. I see some Kabali ships parked just up above us. Well, depending on your definition of up when you're in a Dyson sphere. The Borg Cooperative are here too! I see they brought their big guns. Look, there's some Kazon here as well. Whatever the Admiral's plan is, it must be big. Even the hierarchy of devoted resources here. Oh, hold on. Those Klingon ships. Can we zoom in on that one on the left? Isn't that Gorkon's blade? That's Beardy and Gregor. I always wondered what Klingons get up to when they're not in battle.
Klingon style.
an excellent idea. The pre-battle blood wine is my favorite tradition.
Do you think we should attend the briefing?
And listen to the battle tactics of a Vulcan. When do battles ever go according to plan?
Today we will crush the Vaadwaur under the heel of our boots.
Do you know what we need now, Gregor?
Tell me.
More blood wine. Alright, Admiral Tuvok's briefing is set to begin any minute now, and I don't want to be late. I'm beaming down to the surface. Willie, you have the bridge. Admiral Janeway, Admiral Tuvok, Russell Nash reporting as ordered.
Admiral Tuvok will be giving a presentation soon. Until then, I'd like you to speak with our allies and see what they're bringing to the table.
Okay, sounds good. I think I'll say hi to Neelix first. Neelix, good to see you again. Have your negotiations been a success?
We have a firm contract with the Hazari. It would bring them great dishonor to fail to complete it, so I expect that we'll have their full support in this battle.
Well, that's great. Exactly what are they offering?
The Hazari ships usually fight in pairs. One ship hangs back and provides shield support for the other. This gives them excellent defensive capabilities, but it comes at a cost. Their firepower isn't quite as strong as it would be if they weren't so dedicated to protection.
Greetings. The Hazari will uphold our end of the contract, to the letter. And we expect you to do the same. We specialize in defense, and our ships are at your disposal.
Thank you. We appreciate your acceptance of this contract. Hello again, Doctor. What do you have for me?
Good to see you again. Through my excellent diplomatic skills and some assistance from Admiral Tuvok, I have managed to convince the Hierarchy Board of Directors that assisting us in this battle and ensuring the end of the Vaadwaur will improve their long-term profits.
I'm sure it will. Of course, our intention is to end the war with the Vaadwaur, not the Vaadwaur themselves. What will the Hierarchy provide?
The Hierarchy are experts at surveillance and espionage. If the Vaadwaur try any tricks, the Hierarchy would be the ones we should send to subvert them.
Greetings. The Hierarchy is anticipating a profitable transaction under your guidance. Our surveillance and tactical capabilities are at your disposal.
Thank you. We anticipate a mutually beneficial arrangement. Doctor? Captain Kim, you look, concerned. Will the Kazon be joining us today?
I'm not sure I completely trust the Kazon after our experience with Mars Sesam, but they say they'll fight for us today. Maybe you'll have better luck reaching a consensus with them than I did.
Okay. What do the Kazon have to offer?
The Kazon have a large number of ships and fight without fear. However, their lack of organization makes slotting them into precise battle formations problematic. They'll go to war with you, but they may not follow every order.
The Kazon are eager for battle. Our enemies will fall today. All of them.
I see what you mean. Keep at it, Captain. We need to be prepared for every possible contingency. 7 of 9. Is the Cooperative ready?
The Cooperative asked me to inform you that they appreciate your assistance, and are prepared to provide what assistance they can in the final battle against the Vaadwaur.
I know the Cooperative's numbers are few, and the risk is high. What are they willing to provide?
The Cooperative's main weapon is adapted Borg technology. Cooperative vessels can confuse the systems of opposing ships and cause them to fire on friendly targets. This tactic is most effective in mixed groups of ships, where the Cooperative can turn the larger vessels against the smaller ones.
The Cooperative appreciates your partnership, and we are eager to end the Vaadwaur threat to our quadrant. Our technological capabilities are at your disposal.
We certainly appreciate the Cooperative's assistance in this matter. Thank you. And thank you, 7. That'll be all for now. Admiral?
The presentation will begin momentarily. Perhaps you would be willing to check in with the representatives of our other allies. We invited Eldex's people and the Hirogen, but neither group chose to send a representative.
Understood. Any tactical updates I should be aware of?
The Vaadwaur are anticipating an attack of some kind, and we know they are monitoring our ship movements closely. Therefore, I suggest we adapt the tactics of our enemies to our own use. As a diversion, I have dispatched Alliance ships to the Cartella system to engage the Vaadwaur forces there. If they are successful, by the time the Vaadwaur realize what is happening, we will have already secured Vaadwaur Prime. The Vaadwaur believe the other species of this quadrant are too weak to challenge them. We will use that misconception to our advantage by using our Delta Quadrant allies to assault Vaadwaur Prime itself.
Wow, Admiral, that's ambitious. No pressure, huh? Excuse me, I'm Captain Russell Nash, Honorary Deputy of the Benthan Guard. I'll be leading the attack on Vaadwaur Prime.
Greetings. The Benthan Guard is honored to join you in the fight against the Vaadwaur. We dedicate our lives to promoting law and order throughout the Delta Quadrant. Finding someone else with the same ideals is unusual, but most gratifying.
Oh, gratifying, yes, but perhaps not that unusual. The support of your people is greatly appreciated.
I am eternally grateful for your assistance on my world. By joining you in this fight, perhaps I can begin to repay a small portion of the life debt my people owe you.
Me? Oh, of course, you mean the Federation. The support of your people is greatly appreciated, General.
Greetings. Aiding you against the Vaadwaur was a difficult decision for our people. We do not wish to ally with you, but we understand that ending Gaul's reign of terror is more important than our discomfort.
Well, I'm sorry for your discomfort, Bellas. You know you're always the highlight of my day. Thank you for your assistance. Forewoman Kalax, good to see you again.
Hello again. You've done so much to help us. It's only right that we help you this time.
Thank you, Kalax. The Delta Alliance appreciates your support.
If you are ready, I will begin the presentation.
If I'm ready? Heck, I thought we were waiting on you this whole time. By all means, Tuvok, please, let's begin.
The bulk of the Vaadwaur fleet has pulled back to Vaadwaur Prime. We expect to face the final might of the Vaadwaur, including Gaul's flagship. Our battle there will have 5 fronts, each progressively closer to the planet. Our rendezvous point will be here, where the mineral content of the moon will help to hide our ships. The Tuareg will secure the subspace tunnels in this area, while the Kabali will help the wounded.
The Admiral has already given us our assignment. Our forces will assault the other side of the planet to secure the area against a possible retreat. Our Talaxian friends will be in charge of transporting prisoners of war.
To give us the best possible chance of success, our battle commander will be able to call in one wing of our allies at each of the first 4 fronts. Each wing of allies has different tactical advantages. The cooperative can confuse enemies. The Kazon have many ships and fight without fear. The hierarchy have unparalleled espionage and surveillance abilities and should be difficult to take by surprise. Azari vessels fight in pairs, with one ship reinforcing the other's shields. This battle will be difficult, but we must prevail.
Alright, meeting adjourned. Everyone return to your ships. We warp out in 2 minutes. Well, the fate of the quadrant is at stake and the odds of success are low. I'm excited about this mission. I'll see you at the Vaadwaur homeworld. Admiral Janeway, Admiral Tuvok, wish me luck. Nashtax Tempest, beam me up. Patch me through to the entire fleet. All hands, this is Captain Russell Nash. In a few minutes, we will be launching perhaps the biggest space assault this quadrant has ever seen. And we will once again be fighting for our freedom. Wait a minute, that sounds familiar! Shh, quiet, Scavron, I'm trying to do a speech here. When I give the order, we will attack the Vaadwaur homeworld. Tuvok tells me our fleet movements are being monitored. If the Vaadwaur see a huge fleet leaving the sphere, we will lose the element of surprise. That is why I'm giving the order to go to warp while still inside the sphere. Trust me, it's not as risky as it sounds, and that door is actually way bigger than it looks. And my helmsman will patch into all ships to ensure simultaneous warp jump. Further orders when we reach Vaadwaur Prime. Nash out. Nash looks like a fool, yet he has the reputation of a warrior. Now we find out if he's as good as they say. Either way, this will be a day long remembered by the Empire.
All ships ready for warp, Captain. Awaiting your orders.
Temet, engage.
The fleet is ready to begin the assault. I will remain behind to coordinate their movements, while you will be commanding the battle from the field. We have 4 wings of allies at our disposal to help you break through the Vaadwaur lines. I recommend deploying 1 wing in each area. Are you ready to begin?
The X-Tempest stands ready, Admiral. All ships in the fleet report ready as they'll ever be.
The Vaadwaur have sent out several large frigate scout forces. Which wing of allies do you want to assist you?
Tuvok, I believe the Kazon are the least trustworthy out of all of our allies. If they're gonna pull something, I feel like it's better to find out sooner rather than later. What do you think?
We are facing a large number of rather weak vessels. We need ships that would not be overwhelmed by numbers. The Kazon might be a good choice, because they have a large number of ships as well. The Hazari, another good option. The Cooperative would perhaps not be a good choice. They could be overwhelmed by the number of Vaadwaur frigates.
The Kazon it is, then.
An excellent choice. The Kazon number should be a match for the frigates, and their lack of organization should not be too great of a hindrance.
Signal the Kazon to move into position. Let's see what they can do.
Something's not right here. The Kazon are in the wrong position, and they aren't responding to my hails.
Tactical report.
Kazon are moving into position with the Vaadwaur.
Those ships appear to be Nistrum. We are receiving a message from Maj Sensen.
Well, let's have a look here. Yeah, that's pretty much what I figured. Swearing revenge for his mother's death and calling us fools.
I was worried they might double-cross us, but I never thought they would be so blatant. But come to think of it, they did say some pretty suspicious things during the briefing. Fortunately, Admiral Tuvok and I have a backup plan. Sesson has been encroaching on Hirogen territory for some time. They'll join us in battle for a chance to collect his ship as a trophy.
Excellent work, Captain. All ships, begin the attack.
We will hunt!
The Hirogen are ready to fight.
Lock weapons on target.
Weapons locked on target.
Open fire, and don't hold back. I want the Kazon to pay for their betrayal. Vaadwaur ships, they're flying way too close together. Quantum torpedoes, maximum yield, full spread. The first Vaadwaur battle group has been destroyed. The Hirogen are attacking the second battle group now. We need to press our advantage. Go to full impulse until we're in weapons range. I'm sorry, Captain. I couldn't hear you over the howling screams of the Vaadwaur we just ended. Could you repeat that?
This area is secure. What are your orders?
Remain here with the Hirogen and coordinate the cleanup efforts.
The Toray fleet has secured the subspace tunnels. The Vaadwaur will not be able to use them to attack or to retreat.
Excellent work.
We shall establish a medical flotilla and secure the area. Vessels of the fleet can transport any wounded, including Vaadwaur, to our ships for treatment.
Good. Make sure you treat our people first. Alright, Alpha Front is secure. Proceed to Beta Front, full impulse power. Signal Admiral Tuvok to meet us there.
The Vaadwaur have set up a cruiser picket line in this area. Which ally do you want to advance?
I'm leaning towards the Hazari on this one, but I welcome your advice, Admiral.
We are facing a picket line of cruisers, so we need ships that can withstand constant, persistent attacks. The Hazari could be a good choice. I believe the Cooperative would also be sufficient to the task.
Understood. Nash to Neelix. Move the Hazari into position.
A sound tactical choice. The Hazari methods utilize one ship to reinforce the shields of another. Vaadwaur cruisers do not have the firepower to break through the reinforced shielding.
Exactly. The Vaadwaur won't stand a chance. Captain, another group of Kazon ships is approaching rapidly. We are being hailed. Put them on screen.
The Kazon Ogla will no longer stand by, while the Relora and Nistrum sully our name with their treachery. I will make good on their false promises.
First Maj Jal Carden. Frankly, this is a surprise, but a welcome one. The Kazon Ogla are moving into attack position, Captain. I suggest we do the same. Nash to all allied ships. Continue to crush through the Vaadwaur lines with overwhelming force. All ships fire at will.
An excellent decision. The Hazari will make sure to order those cruisers.
Spatial charges, brace for impact. Damage report. Shields are holding. We're a little shaken up, but we're okay. Evasive maneuvers. Z plus 500 meters. Captain, we must disable the satellite network to prevent the Vaadwaur from receiving surveillance data that might allow them to make a counterattack. First, we'll need to override the security measures on one of the satellites. Then, we can transmit a virus which will shut down the entire network. Understood. Temet, move us in range of the nearest satellite. Initiating security override. Transmitting shutdown virus.
We have defeated the first wave of Vaadwaur defenders, and we are entering position for our next offensive. Resistance has been heavier than expected, but our ships have so far proved equal to the task.
Excellent work, Captain. Keep us posted and let us know if anything changes.
Please please remember to direct any wounded or prisoners of war to our flotilla at Alpha Front.
Acknowledged.
That went well. What do you want me to do now?
Keep this area secure while we head to the next. Nash to all ships, proceed to the next front.
The Vaadwaur have constructed a defensive line of battleships supported by frigates. Which wing of allies would you like to help you?
This sounds like a perfect job for the Cooperative. They should be able to turn the larger ships against the smaller ones.
An excellent strategy. Certainly the Cooperative coordination and discipline will be more than a match for the tactical abilities of the Vaadwaur.
Full impulse power, bring us into weapons range. All ships, fire at will.
Weapons locked on target.
Fire! Looks like a good number of Vaadwaur are falling back. There's only a few ships left here.
Captain, we can't afford to leave our rear flank exposed. We must secure the orbital platforms here.
Right. Temet, move us to the nearest orbital platform.
We are ready to begin transporting prisoners of war from the orbital platforms at your command.
Platform secure. Proceed with transport.
The Vaadwaur forces in this area have been defeated. What are your orders?
We are proceeding to the next front. Hold here and keep this area secure. Willie, how long have you been at your station? Like 15 hours? You're relieved. Commander Akbar, report to the bridge.
The Vaadwaur have constructed a defensive line of battleships. However, knowing the Vaadwaur, they might be planning a surprise attack.
That's exactly why I haven't sent in the hierarchy until now. Unless you have another recommendation.
We only have one wing of allies remaining, so we have little choice. You will have to deploy the remaining ships.
Right. Nash to the doctor. Send in the hierarchy.
A wise choice.
Nash to all ships. Begin your attack.
Sir, Vaadwaur cruisers are approaching from several directions. Combat is on. Attention!
All weapons fire at will. Damage report.
Shields failing.
Hull integrity at 56%. Deploy construction wing shuttles and keep firing everything we got. Scavern, try to get the shields back up.
The hierarchy are making us.
More Vodwar cruisers approaching!
Yeah, but this time we're ready for them.
Defenses are crumbling faster than Ferengi can raise prices.
They definitely have some explodium content in their hull. Change course, 814 Mark 7, full impulse. Lock weapons on all remaining Vodwar ships. One ship left. Fire all weapons. Captain, there are several orbital repair platforms in this area. We must disable them to prevent the Vodwar from repairing their ships and re-entering the conflict.
Same as before, all the platforms are linked in a network. We take one, we take them all.
Helm, move us to the nearest repair platform.
Accessing recognition protocols.
We now have control of all the repair platforms. How would you like to proceed, Captain? Reverse the protocols. Make it so we can repair our ships, but the Vodwar are seen as enemies. Captain, the Benthans are signaling that they expect to be able to rendezvous with us shortly at Echo Front. Understood.
The Vodwar forces are defeated, as I knew they would be. What are your orders?
Doctor, remain here and keep this area secure. Temet, proceed to Echo Front. Full impulse.
We have broken through to their final line of defense, their command ships. However, in doing so, we have exhausted our supply of allies, and the Vodwar dreadnoughts are formidable. This will be a difficult fight.
Well, we've come too far to stop now. We have to press on, even if it's alone.
Not quite alone. The Hirogen have matters well in hand, so the Rhode Island is at your disposal.
Captain Kim, we're glad to have you.
I've temporarily taken command of the cooperative vessel. You will not fight alone.
We can definitely use the help. Thank you, Seven.
The hierarchy also agreed to send a single ship to assist in the final assault. Under the command of yours truly, of course. I'm finally getting to use my emergency command subroutine.
Fantastic, Doctor.
But you would not believe the amount of paperwork I had to fill out.
The Klingon Empire will see this to the end. Gorkon's blade stands ready to assist you. Captain Beardy, it's an honor.
Last but not least, the Hazari managed to spare a ship and put it under my command. Captain Neelix. I quite like the sound of that.
Indeed. We're glad to have you, Neelix.
I am impressed with the show of support from our allies. However, my tactical analysis indicates
Our forces are Voyager.
We'll never get another chance like this. We have to fight. All ships fire at will.
Voyager are relentless. The probability of our survival is slim.
Never tell me the probabilities. Gull's command ship is directly ahead. Okay, we're outclassed and outgunned. We're gonna need to make every shot count. This is Captain Beardy of the Klingon Defense Force. We have engaged the Vaadwaur fleet. I have Gull's command ship in sight. Concentrate all fire. Cut off the Serpent's head. Temet, show the Vaadwaur what a real pilot can do. Commander Akbar, fire everything we got.
Everybody, hang on.
Whoa, holy heck! Continue firing. Attack pattern. Nash. Nauseous. Nash to Captain Beardy. Rotate shield power to the forward array. Keep firing all disruptors. Valera, give me a war song.
Koi keles log, koi pufek Yakbo basbo yeshumi, shemom shuevu. Washu balon, a marshal June, the day is march of war. But my children and show me not far to a demon correct, but come to a level with you top.
Glorious! Keep firing, you globflies! Well, looks like Captain Beardy has everything well in hand. Continue to focus all fire on Gull's command ship. We're detecting a large group of Vaadwaur approaching our position. It's Commander Aldix!
Aldix's help appears to be just
Gull's ship has launched a drop pod to the planet. Sensors indicate he's on board.
Sir, that last hit knocked our transporters offline.
Sir, we've arrived to help secure the area.
Good timing, Captain. You missed all the fun. Nash to Beardy, Gull is headed for the surface in a drop pod, and our transporters are offline. There is nowhere left to run. Leave Gull to us. We'll find him. Kagan, Chagrin, Valera, and Thrak to the transporter room. Energize. Gull must be around here somewhere. He must have gone into those tunnels. An astute observation, Kagan. What was your first clue? The drop pod, the footprints, or the voices coming from the tunnel? Now move out. Weapons ready. It looks like this drop pod just landed. Gull can't be far, sir. We already know that, Chagrin. We beamed down less than 5 minutes after this drop pod was launched from Gull's ship. Oh yeah. Vaadwaur ahead. Prepare to attack. Whoa, Beardy's not messing around. Die, Vaadwaur! Tricorder shows this complex is a massive labyrinth. We need to hurry. This way. Follow me. More Vaadwaur down there. Get ready.
Die, Vaadwaur dogs!
Keep moving. I'm reading a large hangar on the other side of this door. How big is this place? Look down there. More Vaadwaur on the hangar deck. Come on, this way. Vaadwaur, surrender now and you will be treated well. Resist and you will die.
I've got this, Captain.
Be careful, Thrak.
Oh no! Captain, help!
No, Kagan! Man down! Ah, yes! Let me teach you, Vaadwaur!
Captain, I've been hit.
Thrak, hold on! Kagan! Perfect. My entire team is sleeping on the job but me. You have lost today. Even if you kill me, there is no hope of victory. Beardy to Gregor. I might be in trouble. Gregor, do you copy? Perhaps today is a good day to die. Blast, I swore I would never use one of these. Activating synth combat droid. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Are they dead?
Hell yeah.
No, they're only unconscious. Wake up, you fools.
Ah, Captain, my head.
Thank you, Captain.
Now, go find Chagrin while I wake up Kagan. Sir, I have been monitoring Captain Beardy's progress. He is closing in on Gull's position. Good! Nash to Scaverin, how's our transporter repair coming? I'm about to test it now, Captain. Stand by! It's almost ready, Captain. Few more minutes. Captain Beardy, the passage you're in now will lead you to an outdoors area with access to another part of the facility. That's where Gull is. Understood. We're almost there. Stand by.
Welcome, my friends. You should have joined me when you had the chance. Your persistence is a credit to your race. But it is time for this sad story to end. Your blood will drench the sands of our blasted home.
It's over, Gull. Surrender now and save the lives of your remaining soldiers.
You have earned the right to die on the hallowed soil of Vatwa Prime.
I'm afraid that's one honor I must refuse.
Although you are clearly not the brightest aliens in the universe, your bravery is admirable. And I do respect Starfleet for ending my people's long twilight. Surrender now, and I give you my word I will spare your people. You and the other leaders will need to be executed, of course, but that is only to maintain order. Personally, I bear you no ill will.
We will never surrender.
That's twice you've refused my generosity. I should be insulted, but your pitiful blindness makes it difficult.
Enough talk, Gaul. Do your worst. Ugh, neural parasite mother bugs. Captain Beardy, watch out for the flying ones.
The Vatwa controlled this quadrant once, and our new allies have only made us stronger. Is that the best you've got?
Now's your chance! Defeat Gaul!
I thought you might like to know. I took the liberty of scanning Gaul. He does not have a parasite. And I don't think he ever did.
What? That's impossible!
How can that be?
The Vatwa Empire will never fall, and you will not even be a footnote in our glorious history.
Gaul's coming back, and it looks like he brought some friends. Enough! It's time to finish this. Gaul, your reign of terror ends here and now.
We cannot be stopped. Time after time we rise from the ashes, and we are stronger for doing so.
Your logic is flawed, Gaul. You are already defeated. The evil I mistakenly unleashed on the galaxy ends at last.
My people and the galaxy must believe the parasites were behind his madness.
The remaining Vaadwaur have surrendered. What is your current situation?
Kapla, Admiral Tuvok. Gaul is dead.
Were you able to determine why he returned to the surface? It was a tactical error. Even if underspace was closed to him, Gaul would have had more opportunities to escape if he had remained in his ship.
I suggest you and Captain Nash beam down and investigate. I am needed elsewhere.
Certainly.
Our transporters are finally working, Admiral. I'm ready to meet you on the surface.
May I recommend 7? Captain Kim, the Doctor, and Neelix join us as well. Their insight may be valuable.
Absolutely, Admiral. We're on our way. Beardy to Gorkon's blade. 5 to beam up. Oh, what do you say, everybody? We came, we saw, we kicked some Vaadwaur.
Honestly, I wasn't sure about coming back to the Delta Quadrant. I have a family and a life back home, and the idea of being 70,000 light years away again wasn't appealing. But seeing the good we've done for the Kabali, and now stopping the Vaadwaur, I think we were needed here. You were needed. Thank you. It's been a pleasure serving with you. I hope we meet again.
Now don't go getting all sentimental on me now, Captain. It was nice working with you too. 7 of 9, what say you?
I was responsible for the return of the Vaadwaur. Even though Admiral Janeway told me she might have done the same thing, it was ultimately my actions that allowed all this destruction to happen. I participated in the assimilation of many different species during my time with the Borg. Those acts weigh on me. The wanton slaughter caused by the Vaadwaur will do so as well.
7, you couldn't have known what would happen.
Nevertheless, I am pleased I could, in some way, make up for my actions. By assisting the Toray, working with the Cooperative, and fighting the Vaadwaur here today, we have helped end what began more than 30 years ago when I activated those stasis tubes and freed the Vaadwaur. Thank you.
You're welcome. We couldn't have done it without you.
I'm not a man who normally dwells on revenge, but when Gaul and his soldiers attacked my people, it was almost all I could think about. Dexa helped me to see that death doesn't heal wounds of the heart, but thank you. This quadrant is safer now that Gaul and his soldiers are defeated, and I'm glad I was here to see it happen.
War is just a pointless waste of life. Usually for a political reason that doesn't much matter in the long term anyway. I understand that sometimes we need to fight to defend those who cannot defend themselves. I respect that. But what Gaul was doing here was madness. It's one thing for him to want to rebuild his people. It's something entirely different to destroy dozens of worlds to do so.
While this conflict was regrettable, it was ultimately for the greater good. Gaul's hubris and ambition blinded him to the harm he was doing to the Delta Quadrant and his own people. Now the threat is ended. There will be time to heal the damage he has done.
But were they acting alone? Gaul said something about new allies making him stronger.
Sir, I'm detecting unusual radiation coming from that door.
Well, let's investigate, shall we? Hello, what's this? Admiral Tuvok? I think I've found something. You might want to have a look at this.
Intriguing. This device is not familiar to me, but it does not appear to be of Vaadwaur origin. I will bring it back to Voyager for further analysis.
Very well. Great work, everybody. It looks like we're all done here. Nash to X Tempest, 5 to beam up. USS X Tempest mission report. Gaul has been defeated, and at last the Vaadwaur's rampage through the Delta Quadrant has been stopped. Admiral Tuvok is analyzing the mysterious piece of technology we found in the Vaadwaur's possession, and we are headed back to Dyson Joint Command to make repairs. I've scheduled shore leave for my crew while we wait for further orders, and I've filed a full report with Admiral Janeway.
With the defeat of Gaul, we've saved the Quadrant from a terrible threat. Well done. This unknown artifact concerns me, however. We'll be in touch once we know more.